Okay, we saw types of verbs and we saw various categories of verbs. Now, did we do regular versus irregular verbs? No, we didn't do that. Active and passive voice also we didn't do. Hmm. We did transitive, intransitive, and ditransitive. Active versus passive voice. In English, the standard format where the subject performs the action is known as the active voice. However, you can switch around your words to make the direct or indirect objects the subject of the sentence, which is known as the passive voice. As explained in a guide to the passive voice, you can make a verb passive by adding a conjugated form of be in front of its past participle. Okay. For example, take a look at the example of active voice. Strickland threw the ball to Williams. It is direct, okay? Active voice. The subject is performing the action, okay? The subject is performing the action. But look at the passive version. The ball was thrown to Williams by Strickland, okay? Passive voice, okay? The something is happening to the subject, okay? Passive voice, indirect. Strickland is such a funny name, right? But fine. Strickland. Then Williams was thrown the ball by Strickland. Okay. This is adding a conjugated form of be in front of its past participle. The last one is not, which is also passive. Okay. Because subject is not coming at the front at the start, but towards the end. Okay, so this version is also another passive version, but what's mostly used in passive is the second one. The ball was thrown to Williams by Strickland. When it is active, Strickland threw the ball to Williams. Okay, active and passive voice. Linking, copular verbs, okay, or linking verbs. A linking verb is any verb, dynamic or stative, that directly connects or links the sentence's subject to other words in the sentence. For example, Garfield is a cat. Garfield is a cat. Here, Garfield and a cat are the same thing. So is acting as a linking verb. Okay. Is acts as a linking verb between Garfield and a cat. Okay. Do you know who is Garfield?
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
if you've
Like I've
seen the
heard of
movie,
that. I've heard of that Garfield the cat. But
Garfield the cat. It's a good movie about Garfield the cat. Okay. Now, a linking verb, also known as a copula or copular verb in formal linguistics, connects the subject not just to other nouns and adjectives, but also to prepositional phrases and other verbs in the infinitive form. Although the verb be is the most used linking verb in English, other linking verbs like seem, become are also common. Okay. So is, then, seem, become, be. They are all linking verbs which link a verb, okay, with any noun, adjective, prepositional phrases, other verbs. Okay. Take a look at some examples. Garfield is in the kitchen. Garfield became fat by eating lasagnas. Garfield seemed to hate Mondays. Likewise, perception verbs are often linking verbs as well. So, in the above one, in these three examples, is, became, and seems are linking the two phrases in the sentences. Okay, these are all linking verbs. Likewise, Perception verbs are often linking verbs as well, but only when they describe what is being perceived. The mild sauce also tastes spicy. Birds look happy when the sun comes out. The student felt pride when they used perfect grammar. Can you identify linking verbs in these three sentences?
So the first one, it's also.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am,
Yes. Also. Yes, Cedric.
I think the first one, the linking verb is taste, and the second one it is look, and the third one is felt.
Third one is felt. Felt. Look. The first one, I think it can be it can be sorry. Also, okay. But taste also links the sauce and mild sauce and spice. The word taste also links mild or spicy. Okay. But why? Okay. Okay. Perception verbs. Perception verbs means taste, smell, feeling, hearing, and listening. Listening and feeling like looking, hearing, smelling, listening, and feeling. Okay. So taste is perception. Okay. Look is seeing, perception. Felt is feeling, perception. Okay. So it is taste actually. Okay. Because we're talking about perception verbs. Because
Okay.
we're talking about perception verbs. Understood? Okay. Now, regular versus irregular verbs. Verbs have different forms to show different uses, such as an action that happened in the past or an action that happens continuously. Normally, these forms follow the same patterns of conjugation so that you can use the same rules on all verbs. Verbs that use the normal forms are regular verbs. Okay, those which are in their normal forms are just regular verbs. Yeah. Unfortunately, some verbs don't want to play by the rules. They have their own unique forms with no patterns, specifically for the simple past tense and past participle forms. These are the notorious irregular verbs, and there are quite a few of them. There are quite a few of them, including the most common verb be. To make matters worse, the only way to learn how to use irregular verbs is to study them and all their forms. Okay, regular and irregular verbs. Regular, the ones who just use their normal form. Okay, but irregular verbs, they have their own form. Okay, they have their own form and they do not follow a pattern. Okay, specifically in simple past tense and past participle form. Okay, regular verbs we can put ed to most of them. Okay, like play becomes played,
Ma'am,
walk becomes walked. Yes, Edric.
ed or ing?
Yes, ed or ing. Okay, for happening for something that's happening continuously, ing happened in the past, we put ed. Okay, but irregular verbs are different. Okay, for example, take a word, take a word, eat. Okay, so its past form becomes okay, or past participle, eaten. Okay, they are not using ed or ing like most of the regular verbs. Okay, take another example. See, past form becomes saw, participle becomes seen. Okay, unique again. Okay, unique. So Irregular verbs are unique, okay? They have their own forms and they do not follow a pattern, okay? They do not follow a pattern. Understood? Understood. What's the difference? Regular, they follow a pattern, okay? They follow ed, they follow ing, okay? Like playing, walking, okay, and all of that. But irregular ones, they are just, they do not follow a pattern, okay? Now, we take a look at verb forms. One second. Okay, yeah. Now, verb forms. Before we explain how to conjugate verbs in English, we need to understand the different forms of verb takes. We are going to take a look at verb forms. This helps immeasurably when you conjugate on your own. You just need to use the right form at the right time. Keep in mind that these forms work mostly for regular verbs. Irregular verbs each have their own special forms. Okay? Conjugate means that to give the different forms of a verb. Okay? To give the different forms of the verb means to conjugate the verbs. Okay? To give different forms of the verb. Regular verbs, we give them different forms. Irregular verbs have their own forms mostly. Okay? If you want to learn more, okay. See, root verb, dance. Okay, it is a regular verb, and sing is an irregular verb. When we take a look at the form of dance in third person singular, becomes dances.
Ma'am,
Simple past tense. Yes, Cedric.
so third person singular is the simple present tense.
Yes, Cedric. Simple present tense.
So
Third
due to
person
the
singular.
present, we mostly add s to it.
Yes, yes. It is the simple present tense, and we mostly add s to it. Then you have simple past tense. We add d to it or ed to it. Okay, dance. Then present participle, we add ing to it, dancing, and past
Ma'am,
participle also. Yes, Andre.
so present participle is the ing form and that is a V4 form. V4. V, V.
V4, yes. Fourth form of the verb. Past participle, dance. Okay,
Ma'am,
again. Yes.
then what is the fifth form of the verb?
What is the fifth form of the verb?
Mhm.
Fifth form of the verb is third person singular present form. Third person singular present form. S or es it uses. Okay. We use present tense, then past tense, past participle, present participle, and the root word. These are all the forms that we use. Okay. These are all the forms that we use Okay. Root, simple present, past, present participle, and past participle. Okay. It's like mentioned. Past participle, it becomes ed, thanks. Now for irregular, that is sing, irregular verb, which is sing. Simple present tense, sings. Simple past tense, sang. Present participle, ing, singing. And past participle, sung, sung. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, Cedric.
so saying that the fifth form of the verb is a third person singular form.
Yes, Cedric. The fifth form is third person singular
And sixth
form.
form? Sixth form?
I think there are only just five forms. As far as I've seen it till like five forms. Have you seen sixth form?
No, I've not even heard of fourth and fifth form. I thought there were only three forms.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes like there are mentioned the fourth form and the fifth form, but I've never heard of the sixth form of the verb. Till fifth, yes, till fifth that is there. Okay. But sixth form, I don't think there is a sixth form of the verb. Okay. Now, root. We'll take a look at all of these in a bit more detail. Root form is the basic form of the verb with no changes. It's also the simple present tense for everything except the third person singular. Basic form of the verb in its most basic form is your root verb. Third person singular present. It is used with subjects like he, she, the singular they or it, the third person singular, and the present tense. We just add an S to the end of the root word most of the time. Okay? We just add an S like dances and sings. Okay? We just add an S, like the first one, third person singular, we put an S. For verbs that end in a consonant and Y, that is try, carry, we remove the Y and add IES. Okay, like tries and carries. Consonant, okay, those words taking out the E, I, O, U, the remaining alphabets are your consonants. And some words that are ending with Y, you remove Y and add IES. If the verb ends in a vowel and Y, say, buy, you just add an S like normal. Okay, you don't remove the Y. Okay, but you just add an S with it, like says and buys. Okay, verbs that end in CH, SH, XZ
Ma'am,
or yes, Cedric.
how can a verb end with X?
Yeah, mostly they do not end with X. Mostly they don't end with X.
Ma'am, Z also. Z also.
Z also. Yes, Cedric. Yes, that is true. We don't have like commonly verbs do not end with an X or a Z, but maybe with SH or S, we add ES to the end instead of just S. For example, watch ends in CH becomes watches, ES we add. Okay, and kiss ends in an S becomes um kisses. We add ES to it. Okay. Can you think of a verb that ends in X or Z?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
box and buzz.
Box and buzz.
Box.
Box. Box
Box
and
and buzz.
buzz. Okay. Now, simple past tense. The past tense shows an action that already happened. Okay, so box becomes boxes. Okay, and buzz becomes buzzes. We just don't use buzzes, we just use buzz mostly. Simple past tense. The past tense shows an action that already happened. In most cases, it's made by adding ed to the end of the root form, or just d if the root form already ends in an e. However, be careful of irregular verbs. Their rules for the past don't tend to be consistent. Irregular verbs, we know they also have their own forms and all. Okay, but past tense we put ed. Okay, like played, so played, ed. Okay, or sometimes we just add d. Okay, in the root form, we take the root form and we add ed or d to make it simple past tense. Present participle. The present participle is used for the continuous tenses to show ongoing or current action, and in more advanced English can be used for participial phrases. In most cases, you simply add ing to the end of the root form, although sometimes you have to remove any first. Okay, ing. Just the present participle form, we just add an ing. That's all you have to remember, like playing, walking, and all. Okay. Past participle. The past participle is used for the perfect tenses in regular verbs. It's the same as the simple past tense, so there's nothing extra to learn. Okay. What happens in simple past tense that I just taught you? What
Can
happens
you
in
repeat?
simple past? What
Can you repeat that
happens?
question?
Yeah. What happens in simple past tense? Simple past tense, what happens?
Ma'am?
Yes, Andrew.
Ma'am, in simple past tense, we just add ed.
Yes, we just add ed. Okay. Past participle is also similar to that. Okay. Past participle is also similar to that. We
Ma'am,
just add ed. Yes.
ma'am, and in some cases we add n at the end. N.
N. Yes. In some cases, we add n at the end. Mhm. Like like the word. I'll give you an example. Like the word choose.
Choose, chose, and chosen.
Yes, choose, chose, and chosen. Okay. Past participle form is chosen. Simple past tense is chose. Okay. Present participle choosing. Present tense
And
chooses.
the fifth form is chooses. And
Chooses. Yes, Edric. Okay. Choose. What is third person singular?
chooses.
Chooses. What is simple past?
Chose.
Very good. What is present participle?
Choosing.
Choosing.
Yes. Choosing. What is past participle?
Choose.
No.
Chosen.
Chosen.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Past participle is chosen. So this is how we work
Ma'am,
with. Yes, Andre.
I'm right. First write one, then five, then two, then two, then four, then three. 1, 5, 2, 4, 3.
First comes choose, then chose, chosen, choosing, and chooses. That's what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Then we will move on. What we were doing? Did we do present participle?
Nah, we only did simple past.
Okay. Present participle is used for the continuous tenses to show ongoing or current action. And in more advanced English can be used for participle phrases. Okay, we did this. We just put ing here. Past participle. The past participle is used for the perfect tenses. In regular verbs, it is the same as the simple past tense, so there is nothing extra to learn. Okay. And sometimes, like Edric said, we add an N. Okay. We add an N sometimes to the verb. Okay. Now, infinitives and gerunds. Do you like to swim? Do you enjoy learning? If you want to use a verb as a noun, you can turn it into an infinitive or gerund. The noun forms of verbs. Okay. These are the noun forms of verbs. An infinitive adds the preposition in front of a verb's root form. Okay. Infinitive adds a preposition in the verb's root form. How? Look at this example. To forgive. Okay. To forgive. To is added to
Yes,
forgive.
ma'am, that's a two
Okay.
infinitive. That's a two infinitive.
Yes, that is a to infinitive.
Ma'am, there are two
Okay.
types of infinitives, ma'am. Two infinitive and bare infinitive.
To infinitive and
Bare infinitive.
bare infinitive.
In bare infinitive, we don't add two.
Okay, bare. Okay, yes, bare infinitives and to infinitives. This is a to infinitive. Forgive is your verb and you add to in front of it. Okay, so to forgive becomes an infinitive. Okay, but what is gerund? What is gerund? Is the ing form of a verb when we use it as a noun. Okay, it is the ing form of a verb which we use it as a noun. Let's give this a read and then we'll move on to it. Um, an infinitive adds the preposition to in front of a verb's root form. Although technically two words, an infinitive acts as a single word, usually a noun, but sometimes it can also be an adjective or an adverb. Okay, mostly it's a noun, but sometimes adjective or an adverb. To forgive. Understood, like your verb is forgive and you add to with it, it becomes an infinitive. Okay. Bring a snack to eat. To eat. If you get hungry. Okay. Adjective, which is describing your snack. Alternatively, you can turn the verb into a gerund by adding ing, identical to the present participle. So this gerund is somewhat similar to the present participle because in present participle also we add ing. Okay. In present participle also we add ing. A gerund is strictly used as a noun, and occasionally you can use them to create gerund phrases, which act as a single unit to modify the gerund. Okay. Sometimes you can use it as gerund phrases. Okay. Like swimming, running, reading, okay, learning. We put ing, okay, we put ing along with the verb that makes it a gerund. Running is too difficult. Studying. The cosmos is not the same as understanding the cosmos. So what's the difference between infinitives and gerunds? Often they are interchangeable. Both infinitives and gerunds can act as subjects and direct objects. Okay. Living with a dog changes your outlook in life to live with a dog changes your outlook in life.
Ma'am.
Yes, Cedric.
Okay, so what is the difference between bare infinitives and gerund? Between bare infinitive and gerund.
This is a gerund and this is an infinitive.
Ma'am, that's a two infinitive. I said the difference between bare infinitive and gerund.
It is a two infinitive. Yes, Cedric. You tell me what's the difference between a bare infinitive and a gerund?
So ma'am, bare infinitive is like 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 uh, like used as a verb, but gerund is always used as a noun.
Okay. Bare infinitive is used as a verb and gerund is always used as a noun. Yes, that is true. Okay. Gerund is always used as a noun. Okay. But bare infinitive is the base form of a verb. Okay. It's the base form of a verb without to. Bare infinitive is the base form of a verb. Base form of verb without to. Without to. Okay. But gerund is more like the noun form. Okay. Now, however, only gerunds can be the object of a preposition. When I'm not fishing, I'm thinking about fishing. Moreover, some transitive verbs only use infinitives as a direct object. For example, want. Okay. They like some transitive verbs, they can only use infinitives. Okay. For example, I want to break free. Okay. But if you use it with ing, I want breaking free. If you try to use gerund here, it becomes incorrect. Okay. It becomes incorrect. I want breaking free is incorrect. I want to break free is correct. Yes, Cedric.
Ma'am, is I want to be breaking free correct? I want to be breaking free.
No. I want to be breaking free is also not correct. Okay. Only I want to break free is correct. We cannot use to uh, in the sentence and ing in breaking together. Okay. We can use I want to break free, but we cannot use ing here. Okay. Although there are others, some common verbs use infinitives. They include the following: choose, decide, hope, plan, prepare, promise, and wish. In general, use the infinitives for situations that are abstract, unreal, or haven't happened yet. Okay. Okay, tell me, is the verbs topic getting a little too hard? Like with all of these, so much of um things that are there and all.
No, ma'am, it's not hard. It's easy, ma'am.
It's a lot. A lot.
It's a lot because I'm feeling it, okay, that it's a lot and it's a little, might be a little hard also for y'all, okay, because so
Thank
many
you for
things, so
understanding,
many
ma'am.
rules, so many things, so many rules are there, okay. What I'll do is, we will, like, I'll find some simple notes for you, okay, and I'll like go through this and just take out the only important portion. Okay. This is like very in depth. This is so in depth notes.
Ma'am,
Okay.
are there are there any more notes after this? Like check how many pages, how many more notes.
How to conjugate verbs in English are there. Okay. See, you don't have to like do this in so much of detail,
Um,
okay?
ma'am, ma'am, go
Yes,
till the end.
Andrew.
I'll check how much is there. Go till the end. How much is there? There is too much, ma'am.
There is too much. There is really, literally too much. Okay, this much, like it's ending here. Okay, what I'll do is I'll provide you simplified version. Okay, I'll remove everything that is extra. Okay, because I'm feeling like a lot of it is extra here in verbs. Okay, a lot of it is extra here. Some is good, some portions are good and important, but a lot of things are there that we do not actually have to do it in so much detail. Okay, that you all don't have to do it in so much detail. So we will stop here for today. Okay, and tomorrow is the quiz. Tomorrow is the quiz. Monday, by Monday, I'll give you a simplified version. Okay, only the important things, only very easy to understand with examples. Okay, but also short. Okay, short and easy notes on verbs are provided. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. Now, quickly take a look with me on about the quiz tomorrow. About the quiz tomorrow. I'm planning 5 rounds.
20 questions.
Okay. I'm thinking. I'm thinking about 5 rounds. First one can be MCQ. Okay, MCQ. Second one can be fill in the blanks. Okay. Then the third one will be um buzzer. Okay. Fourth one will be bonus. And the fifth one will be we can keep final buzzer round. Okay.
Okay.
Now for the first MCQ, I can keep 4 questions, one for each one of you. Phillips, I can keep 8 questions, two for each one of you. Okay. Then buzzer round, 4 questions again. Bonus round, I think 3 questions or 2 questions. I'll keep 2 questions.
Ma'am,
Okay.
keep three. Keep three
Keep
because
three,
it gives the others also a chance, ma'am.
three. Okay. Who 3 people will get to do bonus? The second, who's like leading on the second place, leading on the third place, leading on the fourth place. Those 3 people will get to answer in bonus. Okay. The person who's having the highest score till after buzzer will not get the chance to answer in bonus. Final buzzer round, I'm keeping 1 question only.
Okay,
This
so
will be highest mark question. Okay, maybe 4 mark question or 3 mark question.
ma'am,
Okay. Yes, Andrew.
ma'am, I told you this will be 20 questions. This will-
Yeah. So we have 4 MCQ, 8 fill-ups, 4 buzzer, 4 in the buzzer. What happens in the buzzer round? The question is displayed, and the person who raises their hand first will get the chance to answer. Okay, that is your buzzer. Bonus, the persons who are second, third, fourth place will get the chance to answer. And final buzzer, the person who raises the hand first will get the chance to answer the last question, having the highest marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
So like maybe the MCQs, fill-ups, and buzzer can be one mark. The bonus can be 2, and the final buzzer can be 3.
Okay, I'm thinking MCQ and fill-ups can be 2 mark each. Okay. Buzzer also 2. Bonus can be 1.5 maybe. Final buzzer can be 3. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. All right.
I
Yeah.
think. Wait, I mean 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, or 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Bonus, I'll Give like 1.5 around, 1.5 mark each question for the bonus. Okay, bonus round. And for final buzzer will be 3 mark. The MCQ fill up and buzzer, the first 3 rounds 2 mark each question. Fourth round, 1.5 mark each question, and final buzzer, 3 marks for the last question. Okay, sounds fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Please prepare. Tomorrow at 3 we will meet and we'll do the quiz. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Okay then, I'll see you.
all 4 of us will be.
All 4 of you will be participating. Okay? All 4 of you will participate. We're gonna have fun, enjoy. Okay? Okay then. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Miracle.
Ma'am.
Okay, Hendrik, 5 minutes.